Hey everybody, it's Femtrooper, and today we're going to be reviewing Lunar Silver Star Harmony. So after the last game that I played, which we shall call The Game That Shall Not Be Named, I did a poll on Twitter to see what game I should play next, and I believe Lunar won. I'd laugh if it didn't, and I just chose it anyway. Whatever. I chose Lunar Silver Star Harmony because Lunar, there's so many ways you can play this game. You can play, I don't know, there's 5 or 6 ways. It's just been ported to so many systems over the years. It originally came out on the Sega CD, and then it just kind of got ported a million times. Most people, I believe, played it on the PlayStation 1. That's the port, that's the version they played. But I wanted to play it handheld, and it was available on the Vita as the PSP version, so that's the version I chose. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a physical copy of it yet. Maybe I can get one. Honestly, I would be just fine with the PSP version. I don't need to go out and spend like $80 to $100 on the PS1 version. Unless I got it for a great deal, I'd probably buy it because, spoiler, I really like this game. After The Game That Shall Not Be Named, I was really disappointed and just feeling like I need a Femtrooper game. I need a game that I love. And that's this. That is Lunar. Lunar Silver Star Harmony, with the PSP version that I played, is graphically updated from the PlayStation 1 version. So it doesn't have that Super Nintendo 16-bit sort of sprite look to it. It's more, I don't want to say app looking, but it kind of had sort of a tablety feel, which isn't bad, which is not bad, because I actually really did like the graphics in the game. They didn't bother me, but there is something kind of that I love about the 16-bit era. But it was okay. I really did like the look of this game. It was totally fine. It played very well. I'm not a person who's, into summaries and all that stuff, but I will say that if you're wondering what kind of game this is, it's obviously a JRPG, but it is a very lighthearted JRPG. It stars a kid named Alex, and he wants to become the next Dragon Master, and sounds good, kind of a silly little adventure, but then what starts off like that, him just going to be a Dragon Master, kind of like, okay, whatever, ends up him actually going to become a Dragon Master and having to save the world, which is super cliche. All these games are always kids saving the world, or teenagers, or who knows. Somebody is saving the world, and although that sounds dumb, it was done in such a fun 90s anime way that it was totally okay. In fact, it really reminded me of watching Magic Knight Ray Earth. Sort of the same feeling, kind of this whimsical world, a little bit of a medieval feel, which is fine. I know I don't like medieval, but it was okay. So it didn't bother me in that sense. I mean, the whole thing where he's going to be a Dragon Master, I'm not really a Knights and Dragons person, but it was absolutely fine because it was so relaxed and lighthearted and fun and silly and just really warm. I just really, really enjoyed this. Other than Alex trying to become a Dragon Master and save the world, pretty straightforward stuff, there is a few plot twists that kind of happen that were really interesting. One of the main characters ends up leaving the party, and I won't say too much about that, but it was really kind of like, ooh, I'm really curious to see what's going on here, especially with the villains and what they're trying to do, what's their purpose. Why did they take that character? What's gonna happen with that character? I like when things get really messed up and creepy and evil. Gameplay-wise, if you're looking for an awesome JRPG, this game is really easy, so I will say that. And the reason I say that, and this is not a slam on myself at all, I hope, I'm not somebody who plays games on hard, ever. There's no setting on this to play it easy, medium, hard, that kind of thing. You just play it. And I found that I was really never dying or struggling or anything. So if I'm not struggling, I feel like this is really easy, just based on the kind of games that I play. Having said that, it doesn't matter. This is a really fun game. It takes you on this cool adventure. You go on the world map, you meet different people. I really do enjoy that. I really do enjoy going from town to town, and some random guy joins your party, and then you'll go to another town and, hey, look, there's another character who joins your party. Super, super overused and overdone, but I really do like that. sometimes you can have a game when you meet all of the characters in the party at the very start, but this game was different, and I liked that. I really did like meeting a new character. I was excited at the start, especially because you start out with, so few characters, and then you're like, okay, is this person going to join my party? And then they do, and it's super fun. The only negative I will say about Lunar is the music was just so for me. And I'm huge on music, and I just really felt like this, it just was okay. I find that now, having played the game, beat the whole thing, I'm not humming any of the songs. I don't have any interest to go listen to the soundtrack. I just didn't find that the soundtrack was that memorable. I'm not saying that it's bad, but just compared to other games, and I know that Final Fantasy is a very high standard, but those are games where, like, you only have to hear the song once and it's in your head. Like, these are really, they're masterpieces, but not every game has to be Final Fantasy quality. I don't know, it was just okay, and that kind of let me down, because I thought, man, if the music was just a bit better than this, it would have been fantastic. What have I not said about Lunar? I really like this game. In fact, I would probably put it in my top 10 RPGs of all time, so that's big for me, because after the last game, I was kind of feeling a little let down, and playing this made me feel so happy. It was a little longer than I expected. I thought it was only going to be like 25 hours long. It took me 38 hours. Maybe that's because I'm horrible, but it's not like I was dying all the time, so I really don't know. But it was a really solid, fun game. Lunar is very 90s, and that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted this straightforward anime-style game, and speaking of that, there are anime cutscenes throughout the whole game, so I really enjoyed that, because it added a sense of realness to it. Every single time there was something that happened, an anime cutscene would happen in the game, and it just made everything seem more real. I was like, oh, okay, like, you really got to know the characters, and it was so helpful just to see them, talking in different cutscenes, or something would happen, and it really added to the game. I'd love to see this in other games from that era. I know not every game does that, but it really did make it, I kind of felt like I was a part of this anime. Like, if it was an anime, I would totally watch it. So I'm really glad that I finally played Lunar Silver Star Harmony, because it really lived up to the expectations. I was a bit worried, like, maybe I won't like it because I've heard so many great things. Not at all. This was a really good game. I just loved spending all the time I did with it. It was just a really fun game, and just after playing the other game, I'm so happy, because it was everything I wanted in a game, because I like the real lighthearted, fun, like Ni no Kuni style games, right? So this was definitely one of those games. I wanted a fun anime thing, and I'm in this real anime mood right now. It's awesome. So just, I don't know. Yay. So final thoughts on Lunar. Definitely play this. It's cheap. You can get it on, a million different platforms. You can play it on an eShop, get it on your Vita. Awesome way to play it. I played it on my lunch break all the time. It was a fantastic way to play it. Just play it before you go to bed, and before I knew it, I was finished. For me to spend around 40 hours in less than a month is a big deal, because that didn't take me very long. I was like, oh my god, I'm pretty sure I started Lunar a month ago, and I'm already finished it. Like, that was awesome. So that shows that I was interested enough to continue playing it constantly, versus I know there's other games that feel more like they're kind of like a slog, and they almost feel like a chore, and I hate it when games feel like a chore, because you spend $80 and you want to finish it because you feel like, this was not a chore. This is a good game. It's an old game. This is the most irrelevant video ever, because I'm plugging a game that came out in like 1991 or something, but who cares? This game is awesome. So, have you guys played Lunar? Are you one of the people who told me I should play it after all these years? Because if so, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let me know if there's any other games like Lunar that I should be checking out, because I love games like this. So please send me your recommendations, and please like this video. It means a lot, and please subscribe. That also means so much, and I'll see you guys later.